unraveling parental pasts. Are the missing children a heartbreaking mystery or a calculated hoax?
And the cards and the toys and the things, and I want to know more.
For the case, his entire description of his polygraph experience is unusually vague and bizarre. And I suspect, once again, that's because he's omitting any part of that story that might make him look bad. And there were probably lots of parts of that experience that made him look bad. Let's keep going.
When did you find out the result of your test?
Immediately right after.
What did they say to you?
You did a good job, you passed.
Confident bastard.
And how did that feel?
Good.
And did you feel that there was any further suspicion on you after that point, or was that sort of conclusive?
No, that was really when I seen the turning point for starting the paper off with investigators.
Do you know if Malaya is taking one?
I don't know if I can say it, but I will.
All right, here you go. I don't know if I can say it, but I will anyway. And I'm going to throw fucking shade at Malaya. That's how strong I feel about this. I feel about every interview. And it didn't add up with me until this weekend when everything started coming out. No, I didn't believe the hoaxer guy that I don't even know his name, but it did give context to some things. And it made me wonder, why do I feel this guy is guilty and about what? And thank you, Mo, so much for becoming a member. He absolutely thinks he's a celebrity. And I believe that he's out there trying to get the attention of the next lady that he'd like to bring in. I really do. Now, that's just a part of it. But he's also trying to make himself look better and throw shade at Malaya. Which next you're going to see, we're going to throw a little shade at him.
Yes, she did take one.
Okay, she took one. Do you know the results?
No. First thing we're going to know.
You said you feel like everyone in the world wants to know what happened to Lilly and Jack.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think this is getting so much attention?
Well, just the mysterious and nature of everything and how strange everything is. There should be, I mean, they have to keep a tight lip on everything, but there's a lot more that meets the eye with the case.
Earlier in this series, I analyzed another interview of Daniel and said that he's acting like a celebrity, someone who thinks he has fans out there watching him. And based on his answer here, I think he really does think.
And he really does, DD. He really does, DD. I have the clip where he went on to Dolly. That was clipped, and he's on there talking like he's the man. He's got ladies in chat probably rooting him on. I mean, that's the kind of guy that I see him to be. Just because he talks low and slow, he knows what he's doing. All right. This is just, it's taking the focus off of the children, in my opinion. But who's hoaxing who?
I think that he's a celebrity. I think he's enjoying the attention he's getting. And I think that will be his downfall because people like me are watching. I'll link that video on the end card as well as my Lilly and Jack playlist if you want to continue analyzing this.
And we do, DD. I'm going to drop the next one real quick just because you're right. It's important to go back and see these people. I didn't look for Daniel. I wanted to see Malaya because she doesn't talk. She never talks. She keeps quiet. She's hiding. Is she on the run? I don't know. And Sherlock Holmes, thank you for being a member for 1 month. You say my favorite channel. I appreciate that. All right, listen, we're going to start here. They used to be so talkative. Look at young Daniel with his Pokemon card packs and Malaya, like I showed you 10 years ago. I wouldn't say poor Dolly. Dolly's raking in those subscribers. So good for Dolly. Raking them in, boy. All right.
The channel exposes lies and manipulation. So if that's your thing, hit subscribe. For Squad and other cool perks, join the channel. Link in description. My series about Malaya and Daniel's children has a map.
Okay, let's go to past this part. And we don't want her. We want this.
Let's move on to the other two people I want to feature in this video, Malaya and Daniel. As you're about to see, both sound relatively normal and talkative in their YouTube videos, which makes their recent silence and reticence about finding their missing children all the more bizarre. On the off chance that you're watching this and don't know who they are, what I mean by that is that Malaya, the mother of the missing children, has only done one public appearance about their disappearance. And the bulk of that brief appearance was to establish her and Daniel's alibi.
And she had no emotion. So when I went back and looked for her, I was like, I need to see her personality before this. Now, Indy, I don't know why Malaya is doing anything she's doing, but I do think she's being protected by the reservation. They can't go on there. They're not going on there. They haven't named anybody as a suspect. There's no charges. All right. Now, you say they literally can't stop talking in their old videos. Yes, that's what I was trying to show the other day when I had Malaya. I showed 2 videos and another one popped up later. And I'm like, why is she talking so much? Why is she so happy? What the heck beat her down? Or what is she on? What DRUGs is she on? What breakdown did she have? I'm going to leave that up there. You're right. Let's watch this.
Which is very unusual. She hasn't made any appearances asking for help finding them or encouraging searchers to keep looking, even to bring attention to the new $150,000 reward for tips that might lead to their discovery. So let's compare her recent stoicism about her missing children to this YouTube video posted 10 years ago.
Hi guys, it's Malaya. It's more of like an about me video. So that, I don't know, because since I'm getting into the YouTube thing, I just thought it'd be more appropriate to know about me. So yeah, so things that you should know about me is that I'm tattoo addicted. I love tattoos, and well, I don't plan on having too many tattoos, but I just want quite a few. I have a few animals. So I don't know the number at the moment, but I will tell you their names.
Now, listen, she's also putting more energy into talking about her tattoos and what she's going to do than she ever has. I got to say that about her too, DD. And that's why this is so important. Right after this clip, guys, I'm going to show you what police are telling us about the children 3 hours ago. Okay. It's going to be new RCMP. It's not always what they say. You got to listen to what they're not saying as well.
And what kind of animal they are. A horse. It's a Percheron horse, and her name is Raven. I used to have another horse, and he was an Appaloosa, but he had to get put down. His name was Dandy. Now I was planning on getting a tattoo that resembles him. Also, I have
not the same person I see today. That's for sure.
Right now, I have
it was
golden retriever dog named Kufai. He looks like a monk right now because we had to shave his head because he got hot spots. And if you want to know what hot spots is, look it up on the internet. I have a little Shih Tzu named Gabriella.
It's almost like a different person. Now, I know this is when she's 16 years old, and I showed this the other day, but it gives you a good idea of what her personality is like and why is she so beat down. It's really weird. People say, why isn't she going to the cops about Daniel? Why isn't she going to the cops about the kids and working with her kids? She just disappeared. Why?
She's something else. This cat named Mittens. He's got no tail and he's just Mittens.
Yeah.
That's enough of that. Now let's move on to Daniel. And one last thing before we do. Daniel, if this is in fact your YouTube channel, you can contact me from it and we can talk. I've seen you say in plenty of interviews that you're upset with what people say about you and Malaya on social media. So I'll reiterate the offer I made to you in one of my very first videos in this series. If you do an interview with me and I'm satisfied with your answers, I will be your biggest advocate. You can contact me by posting to my YouTube channel community from this YouTube account.
Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. And if you like Pokemon content, feel free to subscribe and like this video.
All right, so this is Daniel. We're looking back at his now. And you know the problem, Ron Johnster, is that we can't know about people's medical history, which is a good thing. And sometimes it sucks for us, right? We can't know about their medical history. We're not allowed to pull it. There's laws against that. We don't know. It would be nice if we would have heard about, hey, I've got postpartum and whatever, but we haven't heard shit from Malaya. We heard a little bit. She sounds like she has no personality and it's just gone. Like she's not even the same person anymore. Why? I don't know.
I got a good video for today. And it looks like we're going to be doing not just one, but two
Thank you.
Detective Pikachu boxes.
And that's Daniel.
Well, without further ado, let's get into them, I guess. These come with 4 promo cards. One beautifully sculpted to head.
He's definitely into these Pokemons, and she's into her animals. She talks about Wiccan and all that. Now, Emily Jane, thank you for giving me your opinion and the $20 super chat. I am looking at this case in a different way as well. At first, I was like, these kids aren't alive anymore. And then I start to see more things and more things come out. And it makes me wonder if that's what happened. Nobody ever expects Jen Soto, Stefan Stearns. None of these people expect this to blow up internationally, right? They never in a million years would have thought this happened. All right. So let's keep going. Thank you so much. This is Daniel back in the day. I don't know how many years ago. Is this 7 years ago? Daniel talking about his Pokemon cards.
Detective Pikachu figure standing on a magnificent magnifying glass. How nice.
Anyone can change their YouTube handle, avatar, and even thumbnails, but the voice in that video sounded like Daniel. The image in the thumbnail looks like him, and it was posted 5 years ago. For more like this, like, comment, and share. Until next time, stay true.
All right. So we look back. Let's look forward and fast forward to today. All right. It's always important for context to understand how people work, what they're about, what they like. It's called profiling. So we want to profile these people and understand what's happening. And the more I profile, the more I go back and the more I see what's happening, the more I start to think this is a hoax. But what is the hoax? Let's keep going.
We don't have evidence to suggest that.
Okay, so this is today, and this is 3 hours ago today, and this is what RCMP starts to say. This is a new update. So if you're not in chat, get back